Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Vidya Chowdaria and today I have created a special sequence curated mostly for people who are suffering from PCOS, hormonal imbalances and any kind of problems if you are facing in conception. The asana sequence that we are going to practice today is going to rush in all the blood into your uterus, rectifying all the problems there. So if you know anyone in your circle or if you yourself are facing any of such problems, I am really confident that if you practice this sequence regularly, you're going to cure most of your problems holistically and you will get off the medicines. So when you're ready, let's get off the mat. We begin with the basic Surya Namaskar A of Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga. So stand on the front of the mat, keep your legs together, core active, glutes active, bring your hands to a prayer. Inhale, lift your hands up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring your hands all the way down, forward fold or Uttanasana. Now if you are not able to place your entire palm on the mat, you can bend your knees, bring your belly to your thighs and place your palm. Keep your back straight. Take a deep breath in, bring your hands to your knees, look in the front. Exhale, bring your hands down, take your legs back and come to plank. Now keep your core really active, your body should be in one straight line here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your knees down, chin and chest on the mat. Keep your elbows close to your body, come to Chaturanga. Inhale, untuck your toes, lift your torso up, lift your knees off the mat, elbows straight. This is the upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your butt up, push yourself back with your hands and come to down dog. Now it is very important to have a straight back in down dog than having straight legs. So you can bend your knees, bring your belly to your thighs and really push yourself with your hands so you can straighten your legs. So you can straighten your back. And slowly with practice, you will be able to straighten your legs. This is the proper down dog. Hold there for a couple of seconds. Focus your drishti towards your belly button. Now inhale, look in the front and walk forward. Exhale, forward fold, bend all the way down. Inhale, hands up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look in the front, hands to your knees, lengthen your spine. Exhale, place your hands down and knees down, come to tabletop. Now shoulders in line with your wrists and hips in line with your knees. Neutral spine. From here we are going to do 5 rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, look up, hips up, belly drops. This is the cow position. Exhale to cat. Suck your belly in, the tailbone tuck. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, look up, cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale up, exhale down, 2 more, cow, inhale, exhale to cat, and one last, inhale to cow, look up, hips up, belly drops, exhale, suck your belly in, tuck your tailbone, chin to chest to cat, inhale, come back to neutral. Now from here, tuck your toes, draw your hands back, lift your knees up, and we come into the Malasana or the Yogi squat. So my toes are wider than my heels. I'm going to push my knees out with my elbows and create a straight back. If you are not able to keep a straight back, you can slide a cushion or maybe a yoga block underneath your butt for support. Look in the front and now we are going to practice a couple of rounds of Kegels here. So Kegels I'm sure a lot of women are familiar with. In yoga it is also known as a Mool Bandh. What you have to do is as you inhale, you're going to pull up your pelvic and your anal muscles like you're trying to hold a pea. And as you exhale, you have to release them. So again, close your eyes, inhale, pull up your pelvic muscles. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, release. Continue this practice for a couple of seconds at your own pace. Really feel that pelvic pull-up action as you inhale. This Kegels is recommended for every age, every size or shape of women, because it cures most of your uterus problems, sag uterus with age, or if you're facing any problems in conception again, in your menstruation period cycles, just whatever it is, it cures it all. And you do not need to be empty stomach for that. You can just practice it any time of the day when you're able to remember it. Now slowly we'll take the sequence further. So from Malasana, we'll come back into down dog again. Crawl your hands forward, lift your tush up, bring your feet parallel and come to down dog. From down dog, inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Again, inhale to plank. Exhale, drop your belly all the way down and come on the mat. Now first we are going to do the Shalabhasana here. So place both your hands on either sides of your body, palms facing up. Bring your legs together. Place your chin on the mat. Now we are going to simultaneously lift our upper body, hands and legs. So inhale, lift up, keep your knees and your elbows straight. Take your shoulders at the back and create that arch with your spine. Hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Relax here for a couple of seconds, reset your breath. Now pose 2. So bend your knees, we'll get into Dhanurasana or the bow pose. Hold your feet from the pinky toe side. Try to keep your knees as close as possible. Inhale, lift your chest up and lift your thighs off the mat. Try to create a deep arch with your back. Keep constantly bringing your knees together so that you open your shoulders more. Hold it there for 7, 6, 5, 4, keep pulling up, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release and relax again. You can place your chin on your hands. Just relax. Once you have normalized your breath, normalized your heartbeat, place your legs together. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders, palms facing down. Spread your fingers wide. We'll get into the Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. Pin your elbows close to your body. It's very important. Now inhale, rise up. Make sure that you're not dipping into your shoulders. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Activate your glutes to strengthen your back. And use the strength of your lower back instead of your hands to keep yourself lifted up. Hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your toes, lift your butt up and come to downward facing dog from here. Relax your spine for a couple of seconds. Now from here we'll get into the pigeon pose. So in down dog, bring your feet together at the back. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. You can lift your left heel also to get a maximum stance in your split. Take a deep breath in, keep pushing yourself back with your hands. Exhale, bring your body weight forward and place your right foreleg on the mat. Stretch your left leg straight at the back. Look back and make sure that your left leg is straight and nice. Now if you are really tight in your hips, you can place a cushion or a pillow underneath your right butt. Spread your fingers wide, look in between your hands. You can stay here or you can try different variations or modifications in Kapotasana. But since this sequence is for people of all levels, 1, 2 and 3, so this is the best and the easiest to practice. Continue to breathe normally. It's very important to keep your breath normal while yoga. Focus on the deep opening in your right hip and just relax all the muscles down towards the mat. Now from here we are going to get into the cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana. So what you have to do is lift your hands up, swing your left leg towards the front so that both the soles of your feet are together, and pull both the soles, both the heels towards your pelvis. So this is how it looks. Now you have to actively try, let me come to the center. You have to actively try to pin your knees down on the mat. So you get that maximum opening in your pelvis. Push your shoulder blades away from your ears, make sure that you are not hunching into your shoulders. And now from here you are going to bend forward only as comfortably as possible and whatever is in your range. So what you have to do is push your thighs down with your elbows, keep your shoulders away from your ears and start to hinge forward with your hips. Make sure that your back is straight, you are not hunching in your back. Now just whatever range you reach, whatever is comfortable for you, stay there, hold it there for a couple of seconds. If this is too intense for your pelvis, you can place your elbows down and come a little deeper and constantly keep trying to open your knees also at the same time. Slowly inhale, rise up and relax. Now slowly bring your hands down and come back to tabletop. Tuck your toes and lift up to downward facing dog. Now from here we are going to take one vinyasa sequence. So inhale, come to plank. Exhale, bring your body parallel to the mat, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, look up. Untuck your toes. Exhale, tuck your toes and come to down dog. Relax here. Make sure that your back is straight. If not, you can bend your knees and push yourself back to straighten it. Again, bring your feet together at the back in down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. You can lift your right heel off the mat to get that maximum stance in your split. Exhale, bring your body weight forward on your hands and place your left foreleg on the mat. Untuck your back toe, your back leg. Look at the back and make sure that your right leg is straight and nice. Place your hands in the front, fingers spread wide. Look in between your hands and just focus on the deep opening in the left side of your pelvis. Again, breathe normally. Focus on how your practice is curing you holistically. Just relaxing and energizing your body at the same time. Stay in any asana for as long as you want. You can pause the video and stay there, or if you are out of breath or if you feel that you have worked out too much, you can pause the video and relax at any point. Now from Kapotasana, we are going to get into Upvisht Konasana. So what you have to do is turn your right leg and place your entire butt on the mat and open your legs wide. Just take whatever stance is comfortable for you. You do not have to overpush yourself. I keep repeating that. Yoga is not about pushing yourself. It is about regular and constant practice with discipline so that you reach your goal eventually and it stays. Okay. Now, so we'll do a number of variations in Upvisht Konasana. So the first one will be, try to bring your elbows down on the mat. Make sure that your entire leg muscles are tight and active, your kneecaps are pulled up, glutes active. Keep a straight back and hinge at the hips. If you are comfortable here, you can come all the way down, bring your chin on the mat or bring your head on the mat, just whatever is in your range. You do not have to push yourself. Keep your legs really tight and active. This asana not only flexes your pelvis but it also strengthens your legs when you keep your leg muscles engaged. So yoga is equal parts flexibility and strength. Continue to breathe normally. glutes active, leg muscles active. Now slowly inhale, rise up. Hug your belly with your right hand. Wrap your right hand around your belly. Lift your left hand up and bend towards the right side only as far as you can comfortably go. If you are flexible in your hamstrings and your thighs, you will be able to hold your right foot from the outside, from the pinky toe side. So whichever position you are at, you just have to twist and look up towards the ceiling. Make sure that your left leg is really tight and active here. Again, hold this. Continue to breathe normally. Both the legs tight and active, kneecaps pulled up. Slowly inhale and rise up. Switching sides, wrap your left hand around your belly. Bend towards the left side with your right hand over. And hold your left foot with your right hand. Twist your gaze up towards the ceiling. Make sure both your legs are tight and active, kneecaps pulled up. Continue to breathe normally here. Keep stretching your right side body. Slowly inhale, rise up. Exhale, relax your hands on the mat. Just take a couple of relaxing breaths. So when you practice this sequence every day, you'll obviously memorize it, and then you can do every asana according to your range. If you want to hold it for longer, that will be great. Now we'll do the third variation in Upvisht Konasana. So place both your hands on either side of your right leg. Keep your spine straight and you're twisting from the waist. You do not have to hunch. Okay, straight spine. Again, both the leg muscles active, kneecaps pulled up. Now slowly crawl your hands forward as far as you can comfortably go. You can hold your shin or your right ankle, or you can hold your right foot with both your hands, just whatever is in your range. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend as far as you can comfortably go. And hold it there for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Roll your hands back. Relax. Switching sides. Take both your hands on either side of your left leg. Make sure both your legs are really tight and active. Now slowly crawl your hands forward, but make sure both your legs are active. I keep repeating that. Now hold your left shin or your calf, or your ankle or your left foot, whatever is in your range. Deep breath in, exhale, bend as far as you can go. Now I'm really tight on my left side, so I cannot go all the way down as I can in my right side, and that happens with everyone. Both the sides of your body, they are never in sync. You know, one is more flexible, one is stronger or whatever. It's always like that. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, relax. So the next asana, again very curative, excellent for people who have any such issues, is the Matsyendra asana or the sage pose. What you have to do is bend your left leg, place your left heel close to your pelvis, then bend your right leg and place your right foot outside your left thigh, your left knee. Now my right knee is facing the ceiling and my left knee is facing the front. I am going to show you all the 3 levels of Matsyendra asana. You can just choose whichever is in your range. So first one is you can hug your right knee with your left hand, opposite hand and leg. Place your right hand behind your butt and twist, look over your right shoulder. Level 2 would be pin your left elbow outside your right knee and twist deeper. Now if you can do this comfortably, practice this for a number of days, then you can take your left hand and hold your right foot with it and twist. Now this asana is excellent for any kind of abdominal problems. This really massages your entire abdomen. Continue to breathe normally here. Slowly exhale, unlock yourself. Bring both your hands on the left side of your body and bend down. You do not need to bring your head all the way down. Just feel that counter twist in your waist. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, unlock yourself and switch sides. Now place your right knee on the mat, right knee facing the front, left foot outside the right thigh, left knee facing the ceiling. Now level 1, hold your left knee, hug your left knee with your right hand and place your left hand behind. Level 2, pin your right elbow outside your left knee and twist deeper. And if you're comfortable here, hold your left foot with your right hand and twist. Feel how focus just on how it massages your entire abdomen. You can really easily lose belly fat if you practice this asana on a regular basis. Look over your left shoulder, continue to breathe normally. Now slowly inhale, unlock yourself. Exhale, bring both your hands on the right side and counter twist your waist, your belly. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Rise up, unlock your legs and we'll come into the L-sit position where your legs are stretched in the front and back is straight. Now we are going to try the Paschimottanasana or the forward fold. This can be a little intense for people who are a little inflexible in their legs and their spine. But you can gain flexibility and strength with practice. I swear, if you practice regularly, you can do anything in yoga. So again, leg muscles tight and active, kneecaps pulled up. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Make sure that your back is straight. You're not bending from the back, just hinging from the hips. Hold your shin or your ankle, or if you feel a little more flexible, you can hold your foot. Just whatever is in comfortably, it's in your range. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold as far as you can comfortably go. Then stay there for 7. Keep your kneecaps pulled up, leg muscles active. 6, 5. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, place your hands down and lie all the way down on your back. Just a couple of more asanas and then you're good to go. Just relax your back, relax your legs here. Take a couple of relaxing breaths. Now we'll get into the waterfall pose. Place your hands on either side of your body, palms facing down. And lift your legs straight up towards the ceiling. Create a 90-degree angle with your body. Now keep your leg muscles really tight and active, kneecaps pulled up, and point your toes towards your face. Keep pulling your toes constantly towards your face so that the entire back of your legs also get flexed. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck and head on the mat. Hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now from here we are going to get into the Sarvangasana or the shoulder stand. So what you have to do is lift your legs up, place both your hands on your lower back or your butt to support it. Bring your elbows as close as possible and wherever you can hold your lower back. Straighten your legs there towards the ceiling. Hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, take your legs a little back, release your hands and bring your feet down on the mat, knees towards the ceiling. Relax here. Slowly bring the soles of your feet together and open your knees like a book. This is the reclined butterfly. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Just take a couple of relaxing breaths here. Let gravity pull out all the strain, all the tension of your muscles into the mat, out of your body. Continue to breathe normally. And with every breath, relax each and every muscle, each and every nerve of your body. From here, close your knees Hug your knees with both your hands. Pavanmuktasana. Hug them really tight. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stretch your legs long. Come into Shavasana. Stretch your arms wide away from your torso, palms facing up. Close your eyes. And now we are going to practice a couple of rounds of yogic breathing. Just observe and then you can follow through. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Now this is complete full inhalation and complete and full exhalation. So what you have to do is, as you inhale, first lift your belly up, then your chest up, and then raise your shoulders towards your ears. This is one complete inhalation. Exhale, bring your shoulders down, bring your chest down, and finally bring your belly down. Now this is one round of yoga breathing. We are going to practice 4 more rounds. Inhale, belly up, chest up, shoulders up. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, shoulders down, chest down, and belly down. Exhale completely. Inhale, belly up, chest up, shoulders up. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, shoulders down, chest down, and belly down. 2 more rounds. Inhale, belly up, chest up, shoulders up. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, shoulders down, chest down, and finally relax your belly down. Last, inhale, belly up, chest up, shoulders up. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, shoulders down, chest down, belly down. Now resume your normal breathing and relax completely. Again, place your arms stretched out on the mat, palms facing up. Just focus on how a couple of rounds of yogic breathing has relaxed your entire body. Now slowly turn to the right side of the mat and stay there for a couple of seconds. Just let all the blood drain out of your heart. Relax your entire system. Slowly rise up and come to a seated position. Now you can sit in the cross-legged position, or I would suggest you sit in Vajrasana for the pranayama practices that we are going to do now. Now I'm going to give you a very short demonstration. If you want to understand whatever we are doing now, you can go back to my previous videos and check out my pranayama video. We are going to do Kapalbhati and Agnisar. Both of these are excellent for women and even for people in general. They have like 1,000 benefits, and one of them is obviously the rectification of your hormones and your PCOS and all of that. So sit in Vajrasana. Place your hands, your right hand on top of your left like a lotus. Now we are going to passively inhale and actively exhale with full blow out of your nose. So, okay, if you're new at Kapalbhati, you can place your hand, one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and you will see how the hand on your belly moves when you pull your belly in as you exhale rigorously. So I'll just show you 20 laps. Relax. You can take these laps from 20 to 40, 50, 100, 200, even 500 with practice, and it is excellent. Kapalbhati is the more the merrier. So again, close your eyes. Now we are going to do 3 rounds of Agnistan after this. I will show you 1 round and then you can follow through. So what you have to do is inhale, exhale completely out with your mouth or your nose, whatever you're comfortable with. And then you have to hold your breath and just move your belly rigorously in and out, like you're trying to touch the skin of your belly behind in your spine. It has to be that rigorous. So just observe. When you complete this round, you have to inhale and relax. You can take the blows from 10, 15, 20 to 25, whatever is in your range. But make sure that you keep your eyes closed all through your pranayama practice. Following this will be at least 5 rounds of Anulom Vilom to finally relax your entire nervous system. I'm going to show you 1 lap and you can follow through. So place your left hand like a lotus in between your thighs. Use your right hand to open and close your nostril. Exhale completely and always begin with inhalation from your left. Inhale. Now close your left nostril, exhale from the right. Once you exhale completely, again inhale from the right. And then close your right nostril and exhale from the left. This was 1 round of Anulom Vilom. Make sure that your jaws are unclenched and your eyebrows are relaxed. Your entire facial muscles are relaxed when you're practicing pranayama and yoga. You can continue this sequence, this practice for as long as you want. So I hope this sequence really helps you, rectifies all your troubles, and you do not have to rely on medicines or anything as such to cure your life, cure your body. Make sure to like, share and subscribe, and hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.